Hey everyone, welcome to Front of the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 105 of the Battleship Brawl Season 5 tournament. This episode, we've got the Zvinvoshar by M. Serzan challenging the BBT Sawtooth by K Patrol. Before we get into that, though, I need to make a correction to yesterday's video. Some of you may have seen the comment, but the formula I was using was right in my head, but it was not the one that I wrote in the rules, so I had to fix it. Basically, the formula is your average HP minus your opponent's average HP plus your percentage of votes, and that's what you get your total score. The way I had it set up, you could basically, if you got 100% of the vote, you couldn't lose, because all you had to do was 0.1% of damage to the enemy, and you would have more points than them. Period. There was no way to defeat that. Even if you got despawned, because it was literally half the score. So you would have 200.1 points while the enemy would have 199.1 or 199.9. This way is there's still the vote's still important, but it doesn't make it all encompassing in the main thing basically. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this battle started. I just wanted to make that correction and just let everybody know what was going on and why the scores changed. BBT Sawtooth running out from underneath the Zvinvoshar's volley there, and it's turning and bringing its rear guns to bear. Sawtooth healing itself back up to 100%. Zvinvoshar at 97.7. Its belt armor actually taking a little bit of damage from those APS. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that block got blown out, but it was actually just made really dark from damage. Oh, geez, Sawtooth down to 86.6% all of a sudden. What the heck happened? Oh, the nose. It got blown off. Wow, is that enough to make her go down? Is she about to sink? Oh, it looks like... Yeah, there's the leftover nose. I think the Sawtooth took a shot to the nose, and between the shot itself and the APS guns up there getting blown up, the bow of the ship was just removed. And yeah, the Sawtooth is getting DQ time. She's too low in the water. She is completely submerged except for her tower. Oh, looks like she's leveling out now, though. Getting some damage control in. But, is it going to be enough? Is she just going to stay even, or is she going to come up? I think the Sawtooth is done. It's a submarine now, got a little periscope radar. Yeah, unfortunately, that's, not how this works. It's a Battleship Brawl. Not the submarine slam? I don't know. And that's it. 99.9 for the Zvinvoshar. Nothing for the Sawtooth. Just short of a perfect score for the Zvinvoshar. I feel like that might have been kind of lucky though. I mean, but at the same time, having the Sawtooth get its nose blown off like that, making it sink, is kind of a critical weakness. It should not be that easy to make a ship go under. But anyway, we'll get this restarted, get into round 2. See how this goes. Sawtooth doing some evasive maneuvers here. Turned one way, got the enemy to shoot, then turned the other way. Causing the Zvinvoshar to pretty much just completely miss. Oh, but that's going for the bow again. If that hits... Oh! And all three of those guns chain react. And a big chunk of the nose falls off. Not the whole nose, though. There's a lot more of it left this time than there was in the in round one. Does not seem close. Oh, she is nosing down, though. Oh, and more hits to the bow there. I mean, if the enemy's got a critical weakness like that, why wouldn't you target it, right? Staying up though. She's not sinking like she did in round one. Go fly over here and see how this Zvinvoshar is doing. It's at 95%, so imagine it's doing pretty well for the most part. Did take a couple of shots there, and it is now out of materials, so the Zvinvoshar will not be able to make repairs anymore. Front turret just took some damage. All 4 barrels disabled. I think that was caused just now. I wasn't actually looking at the turret when the hits happened, but pretty. Oh wait. Oh. So much for the Sawtooth not going down. She is now. 2, 1, and 0. That is a despawning Sawtooth. So 91.4 for round 2, and another 0 for the Sawtooth. Things are not looking good for the Sawtooth. Let's go ahead and get the camera in position, and away we go. See, the Sawtooth keeps, like, both rounds, like the second or third volley that the Zvinvoshar fired, ended up hitting it in the bow and detonating all 3 of those APS guns up there. Sawtooth taking some splash damage from those shells. The shells missed, but the explosions clipped it, ripped off some slope blocks. Those shots are heading for the bow again. I'm gonna fall a little bit further back this time. Hit to the barbette armor of this turret, which seems to have held. Explosions in the face. Yep, that turret has survived. Lost some barrels, but otherwise is fine. Oh, here comes another bow shot. Is it gonna land? Went under, and the armor on the underside held enough to keep things from chain reaction detonating. Yeah, it's funny how much better the Sawtooth does when it doesn't have, you know, the front quarter of its structure blown off in a single volley. Right now, it's actually got the lead. It's 97% to 95.2%. APS guns are just plugging away. They're kind of aiming at a good spot, because they can actually knock blocks off there and reduce the Zvinvoshar's HP, but HP values are... Ooh, this turret. Yep, this turret is disabled. Zvinvoshar loses a gun. Sawtooth is actually nosing up this time. While the Zvinvoshar is mostly keeping up, and the lead keeps changing back and forth, the Zvinvoshar also has been repairing this whole time, while the Sawtooth has been out of materials for like over a minute. Now the Zvinvoshar is also out of materials. It'll be interesting to see. Oh! That managed to go through that turret, but not, and it damaged the gun, disabled it, but didn't set off the ammunition. Like, that could not have gone better for the Sawtooth, other than just, you know, having the shell miss completely. Zvinvoshar did not bring this gun back online before it ran out of materials. And Zvinvoshar keeps aiming for the rear of the Sawtooth, which is, you know, kind of a little bit underwater. So then the shells skip off the water and miss. Which is not a great situation for the Zvinvoshar, but the Sawtooth is also really, really close to sinking. So it's not a great situation for the Sawtooth either. Also, those rear guns aren't able to hit because they're underwater. This is a really close match. Oh, Sawtooth is getting DQ time. She sunk too much. Oh, she's coming back up now. Oh, she might have pulled it off enough to survive. Oh, now she's 80% sinking. Oh, that's a shame. You almost made it to 5 minutes. Almost made it to 5 minutes. Oh, wait, although they're not going to hit because they're underwater. Right, so 83% in round 3. Whoops, 83. So yeah, one thing that this score change does is it's mathematically impossible for you to win if you get despawned all 3 times. And while I want the votes to be important, I don't want them to be... I want them to be a deciding factor if the battle is close, right? I want them to be able to sway things, but not dominate the decision. So unfortunately, even if Sawtooth gets all of the votes, its score becomes 0 and it loses. So there will not be a vote between the Zvinvoshar and the Sawtooth, as there is no point. But the vote for the Monochromatic and the Effingham are still open, because the Effingham can win if it gets like 88% of the vote or something. So, you know, head on over to the Discord to cast your votes for that. And make sure you're voting based upon which ship you should thinks deserves to win. Like if the Zvinvoshar and if the Sawtooth had managed to win that one, it'd be like, well, okay, were those shots in the first 2 rounds just luck, or does the Zvinvoshar actually deserve that? Or is the Sawtooth just got too much of a critical weakness and sink too easy? I mean, it ended up not mattering, but that's the kind of decision that you can make with the vote. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.